What is up people, welcome back to the video. So we've got a different style of video today. I'm going to be going over what I'm taking on my travels for 2 months. So there's a bunch of videos like this online talking about interrail and basically bag packing. So I've got a bunch of stuff here that I'm going to be taking, and the idea is to just go over everything, showing you what I'm actually bringing, because you might actually consider it yourself, or if you've already booked it, you might see something that you've actually not got. So yeah, let's get stuck in. So first thing, I've got a bag, but this basically gets attached onto here. So the idea, this is a Traveller 60 litre plus 20 litre. This is a 20 litre, this is a 60 litre. And I got this on mountainwarehouse.com. There's obviously dimensions it has to fit to be able to go on the plane. I'm only going to be filling it to about 70%. Basically making it smaller so it can fit obviously on the plane. This is the one that will just be underneath the seat, but this one will zip onto the front. If I'm obviously walking about, I might want to clip it onto the front. I will show you as well. Basically that is the bag. There's hundreds of bags online, but basically my budget was under £100 anyway, and if you're looking for something a little bit cheaper with still good quality, this is some bag. The only issue I would say is the zip doesn't allow me to open up like a suitcase, but there's no issue with that because of the stuff I'm bringing. The only thing I would say is if you're bringing this, the good thing I would do is take out those wee things that allow the bag to be stiff. I've took it out so I can actually like squish it down, which is a little bit easier for me. And in this little bag fits my small equipment that allows this to be under 10 kilograms. Second thing is, because I'm doing the interrail, I need my phone. So things like chargers and all that are essential. But the main thing, if you don't have a phone, like you'll need a phone that can actually last the whole trip as well. But that is something to take into consideration as well. Next thing, they're basically called packing cubes. And yes, I could have just folded everything and put it in. But the only issue with that is the organisation of that is not great, and I'm a very organised person. These were very cheap on Amazon, I'm pretty sure, very affordable. But basically what I've did is I brought 8 gym tops. I think it's 8 going out tops, so 8 little dressy tops. I bought 2 pairs of jeans, I've got 1 grey, 1 black, and I've also got a pair of like dressy shorts as well. I've got my belt, and I've got the rest of my t-shirts there. The reason why I'm not going to take it out is because they're folded in there nicely. The shoes I'm taking are New Balance. They're called like foam version 4, I think they're called. So because I'm going to be walking about all the time, I wanted to get something comfier, and the other shoes I'm bringing, New Balance 550s. They're basically going to go at the bottom of the bag, so I do recommend bringing yourself some, let's just say, padding, so they don't actually lose some shape. So other things you might want to actually bring as well is a spare jacket. So I've got my Custode jacket, 1 scoop cap as well from My Protein, and I've also got my quarter zip. The last bit of clothing I've got is my training shorts, so my gym shorts. I've also got my boxers, all in here, and I've also got my socks. So all I had was honestly 3 packing cubes, and that's me. Another thing that you will need is when you're walking about hostels, I'm not going to be walking about with bare feet. So what I will say is I'm going to be basically refreshing everything all the time. So I'm going to be washing it, and I'll show you what I'm going to do to wash it. But most of the hostels anyway have the facilities to actually wash your stuff, so washing machines, dryers, and I've also bought 2 other things to make it a little bit easier for myself. The next thing you might want to take is a travel wash. So I've used this over the years, but basically all you can do is use hot water, put it in the sink, a couple of teaspoons, and just wash it. If the facility doesn't have, let's just say, a washing machine or whatever it is, or even nothing to hang my clothes, I've got myself a portable washing line. Just something to consider. I might not even have to use it, but obviously it's got the little pegs on it, and this actually might be a lifesaver. Another bunch of stuff that's probably very common as well is you'll need some locks. So for the hostel lockers, locks from my bag. So I've got basically 4 locks here. So these are emergency locks if I lose one as well, and these are just going to be on my bag. The next thing I think you should actually do is don't take like a proper towel. Take either like a microfiber towel or take one of these as well. This is like a camping towel that's easy dry. It's called like quick dry towel, and I've got 2 of them. Next thing as well that I think is an essential is first aid kit. So I've got the bandages, I've got some Sudocrem as well. I think I've got some micropore in here for plasters, just a bunch of stuff. Oh, sorry, I've got Compeeds as well. because obviously if you're walking about all the time, you never know. Next thing as well is do not forget your passport, but I've got a wee passport hold all which keeps all my kind of documents in it as well. Next thing is very important as well is to do with the finance, so try and get yourself a travel card. So I've got the Chase bank account, which is also good because it gives you 1% cash back in any spending that you do, which is very handy if you're obviously going travelling, you will spend. Also it's very safe as well, you've got your details on your phone, so there's no actual numbers on the card. Next thing for me, which I'm going to be bringing, is the camera, which I'm going to show you what I'm going to put it in. The mics, so this is for the charger for the mic. So I'm going to be doing a lot of vlogging when I'm over there, so that's a very much essential for me. So I'm also going to bring, I actually got this out of Primark, but it is a, like a bum bag, which I'm just going to use it as like a crossbody bag, so it's over my chest. So it's going to be about here. It's got massive amounts of room, which I'm going to be using for my camera, which, to be honest with you, I'm going to be videoing all the time. So that's like a massive essential for me, so I can actually use it instead of like pulling the bag round, this one, pulling the bag round and obviously taking the camera out over and over again. So speaking of technology as well, I'm going to be taking my laptop to do all my editing, and I'm still thinking about taking that tripod, I'm not really sure yet. And I'm obviously taking, I've got this holder which is very handy for me, my SD cards, something that my mum had the idea. This is one of my favourite birthday gifts actually. Yeah. So I've got all the SD cards that I need for filming, plenty of memory, plenty of storage, something that, carries all my, toiletries. So it's my wash bag. These are the most cutest, perfect things ever, which you can get at Primark. I think it was like £1.50, maybe £1 actually. So I put all my essentials, so like my shampoo, I've got like my sunscreen, salt spray for my hair, things like that, my aftershave, my moisturiser, and then at the bottom I managed to get myself a portable and rechargeable razor. Right, next thing I'm going to be taking is a travel belt, and it's slightly different to the bum bag, this one crossbody bag, because it's obviously not going to be on show, so that's going to hide some of my more, let's just say like the cards or the money. Another absolute gem is phone chargers, but this is actually a charging bank. So this is something I will charge up everywhere I go. So if I'm needing any charge for my phone, I'll just use one of these. I've got two, I've got a black one, I've got a white one. Then I'm going to take my headphones as well, very essential. Sleeping, I have got my, pure eyewear, my eye, what are they called? Eye mask, sleeping eye mask. So I've got these, and I've also got some earplugs as well for sleeping just in case. Sleeping sheet. So this is basically going to be what I'm going to be sleeping in, so I'm not going to sleep on their bed sheet, their covers. I'm just going to use this, which is, it's absolutely fine. So the next thing is these blow up sleeping pillows, just to try and stay off, because you never know. A universal plug. The good thing about this one is it's obviously got the USB compartments at the bottom, and obviously the European plug. I recommend taking is even just a few Ziplock bags. You never know if you need to put something away, so it actually doesn't get exposed to the bag. Just, it's good waterproof bags. Or what you can do is you can take like more bags for your washing, like a carrier bag and stuff like that, which is also very handy. Also things like toothpaste, toothbrushes, like that's all going to be taken as well. And then also just a little bit of cash as well. So like I'm going to be taking some euros. Some places might actually not take the card. So I've just got some like spare cash on me as well. Also what I'm going to add in now is stuff that I've actually done to prepare for this. Also do your research. So first thing I would say is do your research on some places, affordability, stuff like activities you're going to be doing there, even just like the price of the train tickets. So sometimes you'll have to do like the reservations for it, and there's also some like routes that are a little bit longer and simpler than others. So I would rather you booked more in advance. The next thing I would say is if you're interrailing and you're planning about interrailing through Spain, they require you to book the reservation when you get there. So that's the only issue I had with some countries, is the booking reservations. So I've got the majority of them done because some are like fast trains. So obviously I have to pay a little bit extra. But the Euro, I think it's called the Interrail app, kind of directs you anyway to doing that, and it's quite simple. It's only like sometimes it could be up to like £15, or even as little as like £5. Just get yourself like a checklist on like Google Sheets and just tick off everything you're bringing. Or if you're doing what I did is taking like a photo of everything that you're bringing in terms of like clothes, so you know you've got everything when you're leaving places. I know I've watched a lot of videos on travelling as well, and a lot of people say don't rush from place to place because you'll be knackered. And what I've tried to do is got like a 12 country maximum, which I think is absolutely fine for 2 weeks. 2 months. So what I've done was try to stay at least like 4 days to maybe 5 days on some places. Vlogging the full way, I'm going to be working as well. I'm also going to be training. But the whole thing's going to be an experience. I think that's everything I'm going to be taking. There's also a few other things like bits of Vaseline and sunglasses and stuff that you're going to be needing as well. But obviously everyone is different. So every time you watch a video, everyone's going to have different ideas. So I just wanted to keep you up to date of what I'm actually taking, and maybe consider it yourself. If you enjoyed this video and you want to join me on my journey anyway, make sure you're hitting the like button and subscribing. Also, if you want to be alerted for new videos, make sure you hit the notification bell. This will obviously update you on new videos that I've released. If you're also wanting to follow me on social media, other platforms like Instagram and TikTok, I'll put it on the screen. But anyway, I have got to pack for tomorrow. I'm literally leaving tomorrow at 1 PM is my flight. So I've got to literally pack all this, finish a bit of work, get myself tidied up, get a good rest, and that'll be me. So yeah people, stay safe, stay positive, stay grateful, and I will see you in the next one.